YouTubers! Give me just 1 second, make sure everything is up and functioning. Heaters are all set where the heaters need to be because it is, oh lordy. That cold weather has definitely gone away. So today I'm going to be showing you another design for the Dollar Tree egg form. So give me 1 second just to make sure that I have comments and that links are posted where they need to go. Let me see. I think I can refresh this. And I've got my chats. Hi, Linda. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and share this over to Facebook really quick because Facebook doesn't want to play well. So hang tight. Let me find that link. This is where I could so use my husband's help. Okay. I have it. There should be something that allows me to send. Hang on. There used to be. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lenore. Hi, Shantae. Hi, Michelle from Nebraska. Give me just 1 second. I am trying to get the link over to Facebook really quick. I'm like looking to see where are all the things. And it's a little bit different than in the Facebook world. Let me see, can we copy? I think I copied it. Hang on, just 1 second. Because it'll post it to my personal page, but it won't let me post as me. Let's see if this will work. Nope, doesn't want to let me play. Okay, so we will go 1 second. Let me do me. And then I can go share to a page. Not to that page. Tap to change. Here we go. Post. Done. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Oh, that's the only thing that YouTube needs to make a little bit better is transitioning everything over where it needs to. Let me go back to my live chat. So, Trina, Alley Oop, hi Patricia from New Jersey, and Christy. So remember, how many of you guys joined me last week when we made this? I showed you how to make the speckled egg rustic farmhouse wreath using speckled eggs. We used some peat moss, and then we used 2 of the Dollar Tree egg forms, which is still a big mystery. No one knows if Dollar Tree is going to come out with them for Easter or not. Some people are seeing them, but then when you go to look up the item number on Dollar Tree's website, it's coming back with, this is not a product in our store, can't find anything. So that's a little iffy, but some of you may have these. So I would always say, go into your Dollar Tree store. A lot of times they put inventory out on their floor, seasonal inventory, that they should have sold last year, but didn't sell last year. So they're throwing it out, hoping it'll sell this year. And that's how I found all my candy cane wreath forms, was Dollar Tree had like 14 of them out on the floor. So snatched all those. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do as a creative, especially if you're never sure. Is that like, you know, they introduce a design and if it doesn't do well, then they pull it. I don't know what the whole logistics is behind that, but couple things for you guys on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel, especially if you're finding this for the very first time. That way you won't miss out if I upload some tutorials, if we go live on a time or a date different than what is announced. And it helps you stay in the know, because YouTube's a little bit different. There's like no pages where you can like post details about, hey, come join me, I'm going live, this is what we're making, whatever. So make sure you hit subscribe. And if you want to save this tutorial, just click the save button and it will save it to your YouTube account where you will have it for as long as you need it. Let's see what else. Private group. If you'd like to join my private group, there are 2 different ways to do this. Now, YouTubers, you have the option to just go right down below and you can subscribe. There are different levels like creator, designer, all of the things that will get you different perks. You'd have to go into them and read what you get. Some people, I think it's the highest level gets you like discounts to suppliers. You can get access to the materials list as well. We have to kind of go through a weird backdoor process because right now YouTube has no way of storing documents on their server. So I can email those directly to you if you need them, and all of those things. But you can do that on YouTube, or you can go to my website, which I'm going to post here for you guys. It's KatsCreationsNMore.com, and you can sign up. I forgot how to do this. Okay. Man, all the things, and we can't pin, so there's none of that. Okay, so I just tagged it down below. And if you guys are catching this after it's already gone through live, every day I go through and I read all of my YouTube comments. Whatever video you leave a comment on, if YouTube notifies me, I go in and I respond as best as I can, depending upon the information asked. Because I have people like commenting on designs from like 8 years ago. So sometimes I have to research it a little bit, or I can't provide you the information because that store or that manufacturer no longer is carrying the product. And did you hear? Joann's is closing all of their stores. Originally, our Dollar Tree, our Joann's was not going to be affected by the minimal closing. Like they're shutting down like 1/3 or 2/3 of their store, and they're still keeping some open while they negotiate bankruptcy. If you now research it, you can see that Joann's has now effectively is closing all of their stores. Like I was like all giddy and happy because we were still going to have ours, and then I got a notification yesterday that they're closing all. So all of Joann's is going away, but I think it's not until the summer. So we still have some time to get some really good deals. Now's a good time to stock up on wreath making materials if Joann's is local for you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pivot you down. So let me show you what we're making today, because it's going to take us just a hot minute because there's only so much pre-prep I can do. If I had another one of these wreath forms, I could have gotten the majority of it done, but I only have, this is my last one, and then I am out. So I thought I would save this tutorial for you guys. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Valerie. So this wreath form right now measures, it's 15.5 by 12. And it might go a little bit wider once we finish everything. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to add a backing, because we're going to create a basket. So the bottom half is going to be like a woven basket. Then this is going to be the handle, and it's going to be filled with spring flowers. That's the idea. Don't know. I watched a handful of videos today because I saw a picture, but there was no tutorial. Somebody created the tutorial already. Her techniques and skills for that. I think there's also one called Holly Hobbies something, and she does it different. She just wraps the whole frame. So there's a whole bunch of different ideas, but I'm hoping this one comes out the way that I would like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a backing for this. And I have some foam core. So foam core is some stuff you can get at the Dollar Tree when they have it. It's their science boards, the trifold science boards, which is the best price. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's. They all have, and it's probably a 1/4 inch. It's like got it's like a paper backing on both sides, and then it's foam in the center. And so what I want to do is I want to create a template for this. And so I'm thinking if we go here, I'm going to go in and just kind of create a little template so that we have a backing to this. And I'm going to go right here because I don't want to go all the way to the end. So I'm just going to go the third rail in, right up to that. And this is going to go all the way across. What does a girl do when she doesn't have a ruler? She finds a ruler. So I'm just going to cut this about as smooth as I possibly can. Does not need to be perfect. So I'm thinking, double checking, that's going to work. This is going to be what keeps all of our florals on the inside, and then everything else is going to be the handle. But we're going to start a little higher. So with that, doing our template, you can get a foam. It is a foam tool that allows you to cut through this really super simple, or you can just use X-Acto knife, which is what I'm going to do right here. And I'm just going to go right in. It's easier if you just go all the way through. Just kind of follow that all the way through. And I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to err on the inside. Move my pin. Take that all the way up. And I'm just going through, trying to cut this through the second time. See, I've got it halfway because it's pretty thick. Let's go back in here. Okay, do we have it? Yes. The melty tool is so nice. It just makes everything easy if you have to use and cut off of a foam cutting piece. So this we are now going to attach to the back. We're just going to glue this on. So knowing that, I've got my hot glue gun out. I'm going to go a little bit on the fat side all the way through. So I'm going to do, tag it here on the frame, down at the bottom. So let's just start at the bottom. And I'm going to do it right here in my frame, right underneath, right here at the top. And then inside. And then right underneath here. And our whole goal is hold it until everything is attached. Which I'm like, I didn't see how this was going to attach because it's got some flexibility to it. There we go. Just like so. I can hear it snapping, snapping, snapping. What I think I'm going to do is binder clips, because girls don't like to wait for things to set. Binder clips, because we ain't got time to wait. I'm just going to glue those real quick. Binder clip. And we're just going to re-glue this side. And then I'm going to tag it down here at the bottom again. We don't need to worry about what that looks like. It does not have to be perfect. I just want something that can hold it flat while we do all the other things. Just like that. Okay, while that's drying, we're going to wrap it. So we're going to start this side, and I originally wanted to do a thinner twine, but I think it's going to take way too long. So we're going to do a thicker piece. So let me find my end. And if you've never done this before, if you want to keep the ends of your twine or rope from fraying, you just line them with Scotch tape and then wrap them. And I'm going to flip this over because we're doing this from the back. I'm going to move this one down just a bit. Gotta get it right. There we go. I'm gonna glue this to the back, and then we're gonna start wrapping our rope to the back, and we're gonna wrap the handle, and I'm hoping that it's gonna come out okay. I have 2 different glue guns right now. I have my dual temp for gluing the foam core and gluing the rope, and then I have this Surebonder Cool Shot, which is a much lower temperature glue gun, and that we're going to use when we're making the basket part. So from here, because I need some super strength, I'm going to go right across the top just to get this started. Right there. And then once we get a starting point, then it's just a matter of wrapping it nice and tightly. This will be the time-consuming part. You need to go and join the rest of the adventurers. Okay, so we're just going to try to wrap this as quickly as possible. This is where, like, if I had the magic of another, whatchamacallit, if I had another egg frame, I would have had this wrapped. I would have had the foam core already done. We'd be moving on to step 2, but this is the reality of YouTube lives. So we're just wrapping this all the way around. So I chose to go with a thicker rope, and this you can get at Lowe's, Home Depot. I know that Dollar Tree carries a form of it, because I was like, oh, I need something fat, like the chunky yarn, because then that wraps really quick. So we're just going to wrap this all with a twine. Just keep dumping everything in the center. Bring it around. If you feel that it's starting to slip, add a tack of glue and kind of keep it nice and even. Okay. Whoop. It's just the tail end of that just does not want to play well with others. So see how we're making our basket look so beautiful. Hi, Deborah. I remembered your name. Now that I saw that, I was like, oh, wait a second. I know who that is. That's Deborah. So every now and then I'm just going to tag it so that it just doesn't slide down or slide up. You saw Holly's video today, Trina. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that one or not, because I wanted it to be a little smoother on the back. So I liked this version. So this is what I'm doing. We're going to go all the way around. And don't wrap too tight, because it is a Dollar Tree frame. So we don't want it to snap. And right when I get to this weld, I'm going to tag this on the weld area so that as I bring my rope up, we're going to try to get that right over that weld. Hi, Anna. Welcome. You see, Deborah, you're like, oh, she remembered. Yes. Sometimes it takes me a minute to remember. Okay. So again, I'm going over these like pretty wide angles right here at the tip. So with that, I want to make sure that it's not going to slide around, especially as we go down the other side. And honestly, I am wrapping as quickly as I can. Oop. now that I'm up here in the top part. I want to make sure that, like, what ideally needs to happen. So let me just do this really quick, because there's a way you can make that work. It's easier when your rope's all just kind of twisted. Because I need to kind of come through a little bit so that we can bring it back around. And the only way to do that, sadly, is with the end. Okay. I feel like I was on a boat and somebody snarled all of my twine. So let me do this. Here we go. Sometimes. Okay, do we have it undone? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Do we have it somewhat? I know you're super used to being tied. I think I have it. Please, let it be so. No, of course not. Okay, around, and now we're through. Okay, so in order to keep this nice and tight right here, we have to kind of cheat a little bit because the diameter is smaller on the bottom. So I'm going to go third one over. Okay, right here. And then I'm going to bring it right back through. Now I can just throw it all back in there. It's all on the floor now. Okay, come on. Pick that up. Throw that on in. Okay. Now we can wrap and squish. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add my glue here so I get no movement. Bring that up. See how now when we're going down, there's some slippage on the outside. You can go ahead and just put your glue there and then hold it with your finger. Continue to pull everything in. And I'm going to go ahead and go in the center. I probably made it a giant mess again. Okay. I didn't make you a conjumbled mess. You just like to twist yourself into knots, but there's no real knots there. It's just rope that doesn't want to go. See? No knots. Just doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, I think that should do it. All I've done is just kind of cheated a couple times. And I think I'm good here. Throw the rope back up, because we're not going to have to go back through that again. Okay, so throw all your rope in the center. Continue wrapping this around. And I'm right here on the weld, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Put dabs of glue all the way through. And then just keep holding that in place while I continue to wrap. Well, I can tell you this much, that we have enough to make our handle. Oop, grabbed the wrong twine in there too. Almost done. But this is the reality, because I'll get some people who'll be like, so how long did it take you to make that? Exactly what we did here today. Again, just keep tagging it wherever you just want to make sure you have some stability, and don't touch the hot glue. Okay, there we go. That's what you get for trying to move the twine out of the way. So I wanted my twine to match the basket. There are several people who will just do it with yarn, and you have the option to do it with yarn. And you can just do like a nice beige. It looks great when you can take it and keep it kind of basket looking, right? Because that was my goal. I want it to look like a basket, a real basket. And I'm almost there. So now I'm going to take this and flip it over. And this is where I'm going to take and glue this to the back of my foam. And move. And we're going to tag it right here. So that those are all nice and tight. Scotch tape. Right where I want to cut that off. So that I can cut that off. Just like so. Handles done. Back of the basket complete. Let's take our binder clips off. The weather today, Elizabeth, it was cold and windy. We're supposed to have sun tomorrow, so the chickens are taking advantage of the fact that it's going to be a nice day. So there is that. Now you're ready to see how we're going to make the basket. The basket is going to be, I'm going to do this on a small scale because honestly I have this part done. So you are going to cut, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, I did 6 pieces, cut to 15 inches, which will go all the way here. And then you will cut 9 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 pieces at 8 inches. Or I'm sorry, at 10. Let me do this. These are the ones I didn't use. What has them at 11? And have some at 15. I think I did 11 because I wanted a longer basket because I want mine to kind of wrap up and tuck in the back. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to use these scraps as an example, is you're going to take your really long pieces and you're going to start there. One long piece, right? Like, let's take this one because I can always cut another one. Here's our long piece. And then you're going to take your shorter pieces and you want to have about 1/4 of an inch overlap here. So you're going to do 1/4 inch, little overlap. Okay, then that is going to go up and over your ribbon here, just like this. We're going to leave about 1/2 inch out the sides for our sides because that'll allow us to wrap it around the back. And then from here, we are going to take, this is where you use a cool shot because it is a cool glue gun, and I'm going to, on the back, right here where it overlaps, I'm going to put 2 dots of glue on my ribbon, and I'm going to flip that over. Okay, so there's the first one. And then the second one, same thing. You're going to still start with a 1/4 inch. It just gives you a nice pretty edge. But instead of you overlapping, this one's actually going to go to the back. Snug right up next to the other one, because we want them nice and tight, because this is going to be our basket. So I've got my little 1/4 inch piece. I'm going to come in right here and tag that down. Okay, just like that. And then our next piece, what do you think we're going to do with the next piece? And I took a long piece too. I should have done short. We're still bending it over the 1/4. This one we're going to bring up and over the side. So we're making the top part of the basket and the reason why I like using the cool shot on the ribbon is so the ribbon doesn't bleed through the other side. And plus, when you go to push it down, there's no real risk of burn there. Right, same as the first. So then you're gonna keep doing that until you get all the way through. So always doing start, right? This one goes behind. I made the mistake of putting them all along here, and I was like, oh my word. Then I had to take it all apart and redo the top. So we bring this one to the back, and it lines right up. So just a dot of glue there and one there. Line that up right here, and it goes right along the edge. Okay, so we're going to keep going all the way across, and then once we're all the way across, then what we're going to do is we're going to start adding all the other pieces. So this is where your shorter pieces make up the vertical bands of your basket, and the longer pieces will make up the horizontal bands. So when we get ready to bring our next piece in, we're going to start with a 1/2 inch, right? We're going to go over the first. So what I like to do is just bend this back a little bit and put a dot of glue there, just so it doesn't move around on me. And then this one, now we have to bend it backwards. Now we get into basket weaving, and we want to bring that up so that we're making the over under look all the way through. So from here, you're just going to tag 2 spots, make sure it doesn't slide. From here, you can bend it back, put your other 2 pieces, and then from here, you're going to bend it, pull this piece up, and see how we're basically making a basket all the way through with our 1.5 inch ribbon. And I just use plain old 1.5 inch ribbon. You can do burlap if you want your basket a little thicker. I was originally slated, this is what I had. I was going to do burlap, but the burlap I have is 2.5 inches. So I didn't want to do that because I'm not going to get the full basket look doing it that way. This way, I'm going to get the full basket look going on. Okay. So from here, we're fast forwarding, because I've done all that. And so we're just going to put in the last piece together, and we're going to do the final edge here. So here, same thing. We're going under, right up against, so there's no gaps. I'm going to move that. Then this is nice and snug. Bend it back. Okay, just like that. Gonna lift up the bottom, put that right underneath, tag it twice, pull this down. Same thing here. I'm just putting it right where the ribbon is going to kind of come in and lay down, back and forth. Welcome to Basket Weaving 101. Little did you know you're going to be basket weaving today. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're flipping that back. Finish that one over. Flip this up. This was our last one. You can keep going if you want longer, but honestly at this point you're good to go. So now I'm going to tag it, and then we have our little overlap. So that we have completed the whole front side of our basket. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces at, I want to say they were, I think I did them at 11 inches. 8 at 11. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll need the 6th one because you have to make your top. 6 at 15 1.5 ribbon pieces. And then what we're going to do here now is we're going to put the final piece on it, which Kat would have had had she not cut it, had I not used it in my sample. So we're going to do this one, 15 inches. And then we're going to fold this in half. So make sure we have a good fold on that. Should be easy with a wired ribbon. And then this is going to go right over the top of our piece. And it's going to cover that little 1/2 inch piece thing that we had going on there. So now we need to glue that in place. So I want to make sure that we're doing it. This thing is going all the way through. My cool shot cord just is like, has a mind of its own. So all I'm doing is going along the top, and I'm going to tag the top. Making sure that we're good on both sides. Come over here and do the same thing. So I'm just right on each piece, just a dot of glue. Overlap. So we have this nice finished look of our basket, because that's how baskets are in real life. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and we're going to tag the back that we missed. There we go. Now we get to cover our basket to hide all the other stuff. So before we do that, we are going to add a foam insert so that when we add our florals, we can actually stick them in something, because the foam core just protects the back. So I took a piece of dry styrofoam, and I am going to do it. Let's cut about 1/4 inch all the way down. Doesn't have to be perfect, because all this is going to do is give us a place for us to insert our floral. And it doesn't have to go all the way across. You could. We can bring this over and then we can cut another little piece to fill here. So this is where a cool shot is really good because it does not melt styrofoam. Just like so. We'll plop another glue stick in. And now let's cut a little, probably take this side off. Doesn't everybody just have blocks or butter knives in their shop? I'm going to go ahead and put that one in there. So this will keep that styrofoam from breaking down, but it'll give us something for our floral picks to stick into. I don't want it super big because then it's a little too big, but I like it here because it's going to now match the end of our where our twine ends. So if I flip this over, I want to make sure it lines up perfectly here. Okay. And I want to make sure we have enough to where we can get everything to line up. So there's enough here, there's enough here, and all we're doing is we're going to wrap around the frame. We're not looking to make the back look pretty. We can do that later. So I'm going to start right here. And I'm just going to pull this forward and I'm just going to tag that down. Just like so. Okay. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So we're attaching this right to that foam core. Let's hope we can get that one. Let's do this really quick before it has a chance to settle. I want to make sure that they both can hit the foam core equally. Okay, I can get it here. Let's do this side first. So I've got a tight fit right here at the rim. And then I can hit the inside of my foam core right here. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to glue and re-glue this. Nice and tight there. And then from here at the bottom, we're actually going to bring this up. And I'm going to do the bottom first. I'm going to trim some of these down because they don't need to be quite that long. So right up the center. There you go. Just pull this straight up. Okay, and then this stuff here, we're going to make it look as pretty as we possibly can. I'm actually going to cut quite a bit of this off because I don't like having that much to deal with. And so what I'm going to do is do a slight little overlap right here. So I'm going to go right in the center. This is where these detailed glue guns are phenomenal for using. So then I just have like 2 little key points here. Boop. Bring that up. Nice and tight. Okay, then we just have these to deal with. So we can just kind of do a nice little pleated fold over them. If you want to clean this up even more, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to pleat, but I'm going to put my glue right on the inside. So pleat, and bring that right up. And then I'm going to go over here, and we're going to pleat this side. I just need bigger glue guns. I have small hands. You wish you could send stars? They have something else. I noticed that on the chat, there's like a $sign, but I don't know what that does. But there is something different for YouTube. I just don't remember what it's called. So I'm just tacking all my additional stuff down. That's the nice thing about having a much cooler glue gun is I can actually just put my fingers right into that glue. Pulling this up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We have our little pleated area in here. I'm like using my glue faster. Is it super chat? I see Earth Gal said it's super chat. So I have it. I have never like officially used it. Like it's set up on the YouTube channel to do that. So now I'm just gluing all this stuff down to make it look pretty. Just nice and pretty. I think I have a couple little pieces here. So that is the back, which is the back. You can cover that with felt, but look at the front, guys. Look at how cute that is. Doesn't that look like an actual basket now? Now, I don't know what that is though. I'm gonna have to look that up. She says it's like $1.99, but I don't know what that is. But I know there is something like that. So there is our basket. And now we're ready to add our florals. We've already tucked in our foam in the center. Okay, we're all done there. I'm going to remove all these things and pull our florals over. So I pulled out some tulips, some yellow tulips. I pulled out some pink tulips. I pulled out some white tulips. Like we can make it all tulips or we can mix and match. I also have these little cute daisy pieces that we can put in that are kind of a nice little pastel because it's supposed to be like a flower basket for fall. And then I have some of these, but we might be able to tuck those in. I have a couple of them. And then I also have some daffodils, and they're from a wide variety of different places. Let's see, where are they all from? So you know the tulips are all from Michael's, right? Michael's, yes. And then this is from Dollar Tree, and Michael's. So that's where all the florals came from. So now we have to just kind of pull them apart and decide where we want to put them. So let's start adding them. YouTube does keep some, but she gets the rest, not sure. I was told YouTube keeps 30%. I'm not sure how that works. So what you need to do is figure out where you want to bring them. So look, it instantaneously allows me to stick them in, and because they're wired, we can bend them. So I'm going to pull like 4 of these because I like daffodils. Those are perfect spring flowers. And then we'll do some tulips. And then we'll do some of these daisies. Because I just want it to look like, I don't know, those spring baskets you buy at like Lowe's or Home Depot for springtime. I like those. And then we'll bring in some white and pink tulips, I think. So I always am looking to make sure we have good tulips, because you know sometimes you don't get good tulips. Sometimes you get wonky heads, but we can fix some of those wonky heads. Like these, really super simple. We're just going to tag that with the Cool Shot and get that brought back up where it should be. Same thing with this, just a little bit. Bring that up. We're going to push up the greenery. And Lord knows we don't need that big. Let's put in some tulips. So I'm going to go all the way across with 4 tulips. There's that one. And we want some different heights. And let's do this one. And I'll put one right in the center. Let's take, this one only has 1, but it's missing 1. So let's take one of these off. Oh, actually it was supposed to have 3. So let's add, I'm going to complete a floral head right here. Always pushing our greenery up. And I'm going to kind of have this one kind of coming forward. This will be off to the side. I'm going to put this one kind of off to the side. And we'll take this one and kind of put it off to this side. So we've laid in 4 tulips. Some of those. We'll put in some of our purple daisies. We cut them all down. Now we just need to stuff them all in. Okay. And so we're making a floral basket. Something different. How fun would this be to somebody to take to them in the hospital? Because you can't have fresh florals, depending upon where they're at in the hospital. So I'm going to kind of have some kind of cascading over. Let's pull some white tulips back. And we'll push some white tulips back here. And I'm just mixing like a little bit of color here and there. Trying to get them in so they'll stay. I'm missing a tulip head there. So let's replenish. Well, it doesn't look good. Let's put one on here. Oop. I pushed it too far through. So I'm going to squeeze and hold it. Okay. Let us go with these for the back. Kind of want them in here. So that we have some height coming up. And we'll fill in some more. I am going to take these ones for the back. Okay. And I'm going to bring some more daffodils back into the front. And bring those down. Let's put some more purple flowers in. So nice, super cute little spring bouquet. Let's see. Let's see how we like yellow tulips in there. Because I'm trying to keep everything all nice and pastel. There's some yellow. I like the yellow. There's like yellow, and then there's like a soft little pastel yellow. So I'm like trying to see, do I want them like that? We need something over here. We need some purple. Okay, let's pull that off. Push this up. I like it right here. Let's see if we can pull these over. There we go. Then I can keep the purple flowers where I'd like them to be. Let's put these ones in the back. I'm going to push them to the front. Look how pretty, you guys. That looks super, super fun. I'm going to finish doing the rest of the daffodils because there's only 3 picks. And I don't really have anything else to stick them in. So I kind of like the idea of bringing one right down here. And don't keep them all like straight up. Bend them in different ways. I don't want that. Here's some more yellow. So let's, I want something in here. I don't want to pull the pink. Ooh, I did want to pull in some lavender though, guys. Let me pull some of this in. You know, it's got to have a little bit of lavender in there. So let me remove that. Pick this in. Ooh, that'll look lovely. There's some nice lavender. Look how fun that is. So I'm just breaking these down so they're a multitude of different picks. I don't want them too thick, so I can pull them down to where I just get like a little bit of something in there. Like that. And then we can pull some stuff up. That makes it look pretty. What do you guys think? I'm just cutting off these little pieces. But see how that styrofoam works to hold everything in? It's like totally perfect. Okay. There we go. I think one more pick. Oh, the lavender, we'll put it way in the back. So, and then push it forward. So we have that nice little lavender sprig. So now you guys can see what I've been working on. So that is our lavender basket. How cute. And then we have these that if we wanted to glue them at the bottom, we can add a couple little pieces here. This we're going to need the big gun. The big gun glue gun. And we could add a couple of those right to where we want to just add a little pepper of lavender down along the bottom. And I'm just gluing these to the other flowers, just like pulling back the band of our basket and just kind of tucking them in. A little bit here, a little bit there. I think this is the last piece I have. And then let's make it a bow. Let's give it a bow. I think a bow would finish it off perfectly. So now that I went this route with all these florals, we can do a bow. So I have like this that I think it would be really, really pretty. We have some purple, and I brought, we have yellow. I have all those. So it has all the colors, the greens, the blue. There's no blue. Yeah, let's do those. Or we can do, I think that's a little too subdued. I think we need to be a little bit more pop. What do you guys think? Do you want to see my basket? That's my basket. You like the weave? You like the weave? Well, there you go. Okay, so let's make a super cute little bow for it, and then we can either attach it up here on the handle, we can put it down at the bottom, you can put it honestly wherever you would like. So I'm going to turn this so you guys can see what we have done. We've made our basket, and like I said, you can take your florals, and once it's actually up and on the door, we can take these and we can, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one in so it stops coming off of that little pick. Then you can fluff your basket, make it look pretty. So I think those are the way I want to do them. I'm going to put this craft outlet, and this was Hobby Lobby at Easter. So let's do this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the end tail. We're going to dovetail first, which is whatchamacallit, fold wired edges together. We're going to cut from the fold to the wired point. And if we're going to do it down here at the bottom, we can have a little bit longer tail. If we're going to do it up here at the top, I think that's still a good tail length. I was going to say it's about 6 inches. So let's go 6 inches in. If we want, we can just do the same ribbon all the way through. But I like the mix. So let me decide. I think we're going to go 4.5 inches for our loop length for this one. So I'm just bringing it up to the 10-inch, stretching this out, and then making sure that it comes out to 4.5 inches. And then I need to make sure that we have 6 inches here. And then we're dovetailing. So there's the first ribbon. That's interesting. I'm going to look for that, Deborah, and I'll tell you what I find next time. She wants to know if there's like a way to do stars. And I know there is in the YouTube world. I just don't remember what it is. So we're going to dovetail this one. And I'm going to do 5.5 inch tail length. So I'm going to gather and get a twist. Place that right on the inside. We're going to go up and over, and I want these loops to be at 4 inches. So it needs to end right on my 6. Do it here. And or
you get 50 characters for like $2. I guess that's how you.
It's called a super chat, but something tells me like I think there was something different though. So I want 5.5. So I'm going to cut these tails down. And so we have that. And now we'll finish it off with that yellow ribbon. It's going to look so pretty. Now I'm all bummed because I want more. I want to make more of these. They're so fun. Okay, last one. Dovetail the end. And this one's going to be 5 inches long. And we're going to twist. And it's only going to be a 3.5 inch loop. So we're going to do it this way. 3.5. Did this. That was almost 4. And then back out here to 3.5. Oh wait, that was supposed to be like a lot longer. What did I say that was supposed to be? That was like 5. Oh, I was supposed to be 5 inches. Wow, I really took like a whole 1.5 inches off of it. Sorry. So 5 inches. I messed up. 3.5 inches for the loop. Bring it in. Bring it up and around. 3.5. Okay, you guys keep me honest. 5 inches. There we go. Looks so much better. And then sometimes, I saw this. Sometimes, because we'll use that leftover little piece, you want to put like a mid bow in it. Like we want to put a center loop in it. Let me grab my pipe cleaner for yellow. So like we went about building a bow like this, and we're like, oh yay, here's our bow, it's all done. And then you're like, oh, you know what, I wish I would have put a bow, like a little loop in the center, like a little yellow loop. Well, super simple. All you have to do is make a loop the size of the loop that you want, making it a little smaller than that. And then we're going to glue the end of one to the other. That glue gun never, it's got a stand on it, but it just honestly never wants to stand. It's like so weak. Okay. Go. See, it needs help. Okay, so let's say, for example, we wanted to come in and add a loop. You would just make your loop, and then you'd grab your pipe cleaner. Pipe cleaner goes through the loop, okay, like this. And then this loop goes right down. Whoop. I can just, let's do it this way. Let's say I was like, ooh, okay. Twist, 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 twist. We cut this off. Oh no. We cut that off and I wasn't supposed to cut it off.
Renee asked, when you're saying cool shot, what is that? Is it a certain type of glue?
So it is a super type of glue gun. So if you see, it says right there on the end, cool shot. You'll see them like in Hobby Lobby. They're like close to the front of the store. There's like a whole bunch of different like little mini glue guns. There's like a sheer bonder detail one, which looks like this, the black one, and it actually says dual temp, so don't get this one. What you want, that's a detail glue gun for like putting it in small little minute spots. This one is just called a Cool Shot, and it takes, it's not as hot. So you know like how regular glue will melt styrofoam, it'll melt foam core board. Like if you're trying to glue something, it starts to eat away at stuff because it is too hot. You can get the little mini, see, and it says it's foam stick. So this is for the low temperature or the Cool Shot glue guns. So these little mini ones go in that little.
Burn or melt styrofoam.
Yeah, it's so it doesn't burn or melt styrofoam. So now we're like, oops, I'm sorry, I cut that off. Here's how we fix that. You're going to just do your regular loop, bend it into a loop. We're going to put that right into the center, trying to put the seam side down. And then we're just going to twist. And so now we have the center loop in the center of our bow. And since this is going to be a top, like it's going to hang from the top or hang from the bottom, we want all the tails down to the bottom. So it's easy just to do that now. And then you're just going to open your ribbon tails however you would like them to present. Just like this. So that is our happy pretty little bow. And because we have it, you can do it one of two ways. If you just want to attach it, it's driving me crazy. I hate space. If you wanted to attach it down here to the bottom, look how cute that would be. So here's our thing. Here's our bow, right? We can attach the bow down to the bottom of our flower basket. We can attach it up here to the handle of our basket. You guys are going to have to tell me, what is your preference? Do you like it at the top or do you like it at the side? So whichever way you want, you would just attach that. You can attach it down here to the bottom side if you want. Do you guys prefer top of your handle? Or do you like it at the bottom, kind of snugged in with our flowers? This is your chance. Earth Gal says bottom. Georgiana says side. Oh, Earth Gal says, I mean side of the handle. So like this. Sandy says top. Valerie says the side because at the top it hides the handle. Good point. Okay. Why do you always say that? So that was left. We could do that. And that just goes around the handle. It looks super adorable, you guys. More so in person than what it shows there. We also can add it over here on this side. So here is, what do you call it? That's my right or left side. Chris and Kathy says bottom left.
That's the bottom right.
Bottom left. It would be right here, right? Which is where we originally had it.
Right.
So you guys like it where I originally put it when we did side versus top? Okay, look. Super simple. So we have the pipe cleaner. It just goes right around the handle of our basket. We know right where our handle is. And you just bring it up nice and snug. And the great thing is if the customer wants to change it, they can move it to the top, to the other side, wherever they would like it to be. What do you guys think about that tutorial? Was it super easy? Now I'm super bummed because I don't have any more eggs. But that is the Dollar Tree egg floral spring basket. I'm going to pivot you up really quick. And we're going to put it on the door.
You tell everybody about Joann's.
Yeah, everyone knows about Joann's. everyone's like sad like me. So this just goes right there on the door. And how fun is that? Like, when Steve's parents were still alive, you were in assisted living. That would be so adorable to put on the assisted living doors because it's small enough. It's easy for them to hang. You can do a wide variety of different florals. You can just use like all your leftover florals that you have too little of because you had just a handful of things left. You can throw them in a super basket like this and then just move everything around so it doesn't become so static, you know? And then make sure you move all your glue threads. But how adorable. I love it. It's so cute. So there you go. You guys got something that nobody else got to see. So thank you guys for joining me. Wish mine had that. Just keep looking. Keep going into the Dollar Tree. And don't just look in their seasonal section. Go back to Dollar Tree's arts and crafts section because sometimes they just stick them on the wall back there because that's where the regular wreath frames are. But you could do it. I saw it on something else too. I'm thinking you could do it maybe on a one of the square frames. Or you could do it just on a regular round wreath form. It would just be more of a round basket. And it wouldn't be so much of an oval basket. But you can do it on the 14-inch or the 12-inch Dollar Tree frames too. Oh, that's super cool. Okay. Well, there you guys go. Thanks for joining me, YouTube viewers. You guys are so awesome. Don't forget, come back Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. That would be 3 p.m. for you, Elizabeth, because you're mountain time or / non-daylight savings time, but that'll change soon. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. I'm going to have another fun design for you. So I'll talk to you then.